Wow, it feels like I've been in this sewer research area for way too long.
Way too long.
Seriously, guys, what the hell happened?
It's a long story.
Are you willing to tell it to him, or do you want me to tell him?
Just say it's a long story.
All right, I actually like the idea here. Welcome back to Resident Evil Remake! Yeah, we had to get back to this, guys. We were way too close to being done. So, that being said, welcome back to the research facility. And let's go ahead and, without further ado, see how much is left in this facility before we are done. I honestly don't think there is a lot. Oh, and that reminds me... God damn it. Okay, Alex is going to kill me for this, but I think it's actually a good idea to grab some of these and store them. So I'm going to take care of this really quick. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and bring people up to speed on the Resident Evil situation in case people don't know the details. It's more rumor and scuttlebutt, but I am genuinely curious to see what you guys think of this. It's pretty much almost confirmed that we will be getting a Resident Evil 0 remake, a Resident Evil Code Veronica remake, and then obviously they are working on Resident Evil 9. So at that point, you know, you've actually liked a lot of the remakes so far, Alex. Do you have any issues with them doing those games as remakes?
No, I'd like to see Code Veronica get remade.
Yes, so would I, because it is one of the sillier stories. Let's put it that way.
One of your favorite ones?
Not necessarily one of my favorite, but one of the sillier stories.
Yeah.
That I, honest to God, just want to show you guys.
I've seen it, so it's pretty goofy.
Oh, yes it is. And don't spoil it, because I want at least one of you to be surprised by it. By some of its reveals. Have you played the 4 remake, Alex? I can't remember.
No.
Yeah, that is going to be another one. I'd be very interested to see what you think when we get around to it. We have to get to the original. You have to see what the original was. And how much of a departure it was to the franchise. To be able to get the remake and the things it did right.
Yeah, but wasn't...
Also the things it did wrong.
Wasn't 4 a lot of people's favorite?
It was, but it was also a departure from survival horror. It actually was one of the reasons that the franchise went to much more of an action kind of game format. And so a lot of people loved what 4 did, but then after 4, that's when everything took a very sharp turn downward. Let's put it that way. And so much so that people are actually worried because 8 was kind of going back into that action-y kind of department that people are actually worried about 9.
Yeah.
In the fact that it's basically going to go downhill like 5 did right after 4. Do I think there's any merit to that? Yes and no. I think...
Well, I thought 8 felt like it might have been like a mix between both.
It tried to fuse both, but a lot of people are concerned that because they didn't do it very well, they'll probably go more into action instead of veering back into survival horror. Because frankly, survival horror is harder to do game-wise than an action game is. An action game is fairly easy to put together. So at that point, that's why they're more concerned about it. They don't want to see basically what happened with Resident Evil 6, because a lot of people might not necessarily know this, but Capcom, at least Keiji Inafune's Capcom, really wanted that to be the end of Resident Evil. Because Inafune at the time, I believe, was more invested in doing things like Devil May Cry than doing more horror games. Now, Inafune is not part of Capcom anymore, so we don't have to worry too much about that particular knife in our craw. But there are things to be concerned about, because if they do go too action-y, it ultimately could hurt the franchise as a whole. And I have a feeling that the current director, because so the director for 7 is coming back for 9. Mm-hmm. He was, I think, helped in 8, but he's going to be 100% director again. And the impressions that we're getting from interviews that he's done is that he is looking to kind of end his tenure with the series, whether that be that the series itself ends or that just his storytelling ends of that.
Right.
Elevator isn't working. It looks like you'll have to operate the switch on the right-handed side. I don't think we can yet. Or maybe we can. It doesn't seem to be getting any power. That's right, because we have to go and get it power. Oh, this is the part that you're going to be so happy that we get to redo, Alex. This is the part where we get to deal with all of the zombie monkeys. Except this time they're not really zombie monkeys, they're more zombie bugs.
Chimeras.
Uh-huh. I love the assault shotgun. It's so much more powerful. Warning, fuel may explode if shaken or jarred. Good to know. A refueling device for the power room. It's not working right now because there's no fuel. There's an empty capsule. How dare you? Will you take the fuel supply capsule? Yes. Will I take the ooze canister from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise? Yes. Now, I want to be careful because I do think these guys respawn. So we don't want to use too many bullets with them. Oh, this is where we put... Okay, so this is where we put the ammo discs. Damn it.
It's the GameCube.
It is actually made to look like a GameCube, yes.
Nice.
I figured you two would appreciate that. I love it when game companies can be cheeky little devils and use specific designs, not because they make the most sense, but because that's the console you're playing on. The only thing that's missing from it is that it should be some weird neon color. I don't know, maybe orange?
I was always fond of the purple one.
I'm bringing it up because I've watched way too many Lythero videos, and apparently one of their shticks is to talk about how people really want the orange GameCube.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be careful here, so I'm going to put away the healing items. And I'm going to put away the lab key, because I don't think we're done with it just yet. But we need those ammo discs. Plus, this will confirm to me if the chimeras will respawn. If they do, I'm going to cry. I'm just going to cry, Alex. It's not going to be my fault. They will have made me cry. I'm once again disappointed. I expected that to be a Star Trek door. You guys are so smart. Okay, so do this one. Insert disc. Transmitting the passcode seems to have unlocked something. We're not sure what, but we're sure it's helpful. It's not necessary to use this now. What?
Maybe you have to find 3.
Oh, there might be, yeah, there might be separate terminals. Okay, so that's right.
That'd be too easy.
You're right, it would be. Why can't it be that easy? What's wrong with it being that easy, Andrea?
I'm waiting!
So going in here.
Is there like a third pass? Like down there?
No.
Okay.
Well, there are 3, but we've gone down all 3.
Okay. Because it just like...
Because the middle one is just the middle one. Okay, so this door is rusted shut. I think that's where the morgue is, and the only way to get in there is... And we've already been in there, I think. So I'm not worried about that, per se. Is it this one? No, this is the morgue. Okay. So, is there a transmit person? They seriously wouldn't make it the exact same login and password, would they, Alex?
It's 1998, they would.
Or 2002, for that matter.
I mean, in the game, it's 1998, so...
No, you have valid argument. I also have valid argument. It's also 2002. People were still
Cell.
Was it Cell?
Yeah. From the previous one. If it is the same password.
Permission granted.
Unlocked. Okay, so we have that.
And we just have to unlock the other.
There we go. That's assuming, of course, we didn't already unlock them, but I don't remember.
I doubt it.
Yes, make us go into the room with all of the cadavers. That's totally a good idea. There's no jump scare potential in that whatsoever. So here's a question that I have for both of you.
Alright.
So, like I said earlier, it's looking like Resident Evil 9 Apocalypse is its subtitle right now. Resident Evil 9 might actually be the end of Resident Evil. We're not 100% sure about this, but let's theorize.
Alright.
If it is the end, who should be the main cast for it, do you think? And here's the thing. I'm going to give you a maximum of 4 people.
Okay.
So at that point, like, go through the Resident Evil mythos. You get to pick 4 people. 2 main characters and 2 support characters to help those main characters.
Okay.
And so when I say you get to pick 4 characters, like, you're pairing them together. So at that point, like, your main character 1 goes with support 1. Your main 2 goes with support 2. And so who deserves to be in the character cast for the final Resident Evil game?
Well, I think you gotta go with the OG characters. You gotta go Chris, gotta go Jill, gotta go
Okay,
Claire.
so are they main characters, or is Jill a support for Chris? Or vice versa?
I'd say Chris is main, Jill's support,
Okay,
and Claire is, and then you also have Claire and Leon.
okay. And so at that point, Leon would be the main and Claire would be the support?
Yeah.
Okay. Andrea, what do you think? Is Alex on the money, or would you have different cast members?
I wouldn't be surprised if those were the characters that you go with.
Mm-hmm. But what would you do? You're in the director's seat. Who do you think needs to be there for the last Resident Evil game? Like, this is going to be the one that hopefully, you know, we confront Umbrella and we finally put their sins to bear, or put their sins laid bare for everybody to see. And, you know, there's supposed to be a happy ending, but, you know, we're living in a post-apocalyptic society, so you can't really say it's going to be that.
Well, it's hard. There's so many characters I would love to see in it.
Okay, who do you want to see in it?
Well, I would like to see a return of Carlos.
Carlos Rivera?
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, Barry.
Barry Burton?
Yeah.
Does anybody even remember who Barry Burton is anymore?
Barry Burton.
Barry Burton. I like the fact that you added that. Because I remember who Barry Burton is. I remember the good Barry. I'm not saying the Barry in this game is bad. I like classic Barry.
Stop. Don't open that door.
That's Chris. That's Chris.
No, I know.
Stop. Don't open that door. Oh, no, that was Wesker. Sorry. Stop it. Don't open that door. So I will tell you right off the bat that...
But I would say those two would be supporting characters if, you know...
Who would be?
Barry or Carlos.
Barry and Carlos, okay.
They would be supporting.
Okay. And so who would be their main characters? I mean, if I had to argue things, I would say, since you have argued that Barry has to be a support, the main character has to be Jill. Because that basically plays into the nostalgia factor, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so then who is the support for Carlos? Or the main character for Carlos? Because, you know, Jill would be that one as well. She can't be for both of them.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Ooh,
I guess.
this might actually be what we need. Looks like a refueling device. Set the capsule into place. Yes. You got the fuel supply capsule. The main ingredient of this fuel appears to be nitro compound. Running could result in a fatal explosion.
Well, I guess the only person would be either Chris or Leon, you know?
Okay. Who would you prefer? As if I don't already know that answer.
What, you think
With his 20 abs. If I must show off all 20 abs, I suppose.
Oh my goodness.
I play that video all the time, and I don't care. It's hilarious. Because there are just a bunch of thirsty women that pine for Leon.
Well, if Resident Evil 9 was going to be the last one, I say throw in as many characters as you can, because you're never going to...
Okay. One of the things I've noticed, though, is, you know, we do have 7 and 8. You guys aren't mentioning characters from either of those.
Are we going to say that any of them would make it?
Well, I mean, there's still one that could.
I would love to see Rose become...
Because here's kind of my viewpoint on the matter. If I was going to do it, granted, I would want to see trailers first before I assume anything here. But if I was going to do it, I would probably... The first main character, I think, has to be Leon.
Mm-hmm.
For a couple of reasons. One of which, I know some people are not going to like me saying this, but Leon is more liked than Chris. And Chris has gotten a bit of a spotlight in the in Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9. So, or 7 and 8, sorry. So at that point...
That's true.
And we just barely had the 4 remake, right, Alex? So
right.
Why not take the game that put Leon back into the spotlight and thus make him the main character kind of thing?
That's true.
Set the capsule into place? Yes. And now, I don't give a fuck. Now I can run. So he would be the main, and the support I would give him would be one Jill Valentine. And I already can feel a bunch of Resident Evil fans clickety-clacking on their keyboards right now. There's a reason for this. Because as I drink. Jill is not necessarily the same character that she was in Resident Evil 1, and has acquired some traits that I can't necessarily talk about too much right now. I think it actually would be a better idea for her to be a support.
I think you used that already.
Yeah, I already did. I think it would be a good idea for her to be a support for Leon. And, frankly, I think, in all honesty, because 6 wasn't entirely a bad idea, it was a globe-trotting affair. I'm not denying that, Alex. Mm-hmm. But a globe-trotting affair might actually be the thing that we need to do to end this series. Right?
Right.
So, at that point, since Leon is 100% with the CIA now, maybe you give the more dangerous missions to him and Jill. And basically make them a team when they go to try and take out maybe the more secure Umbrella facilities.
Didn't you have that capsule in your possession?
You used it.
I did. I already put it in the fuel tank.
Okay,
so
good. Because I was like,
it's good.
Wait, why are you running?
Yeah, that's why I started running again. Is because I could. I don't think this has powered this up. Yeah, it hasn't. So we powered something else up in the area. So we'll figure out what that is. However, the second team, that's where it gets a little bit more complicated. Because I do think that we should have somebody like, say, a Redfield be the main character of this second team. However,
You're gonna go with Claire?
I would go with Claire. And the main reason being is because Claire hasn't gotten as much of a focus in these games as Chris has. Mm-hmm. And Chris, as you can tell in 8, Alex, Chris is much more of an administrative role now.
Yeah.
Whereas his sister has been working with environmental movements rather than with Chris. So at that point, she's a little bit more on legs, like boots on the ground kind of person. And my pairing for her would have to be either, I cannot remember her name to save my life.
Who?
The little girl from 2.
Oh, Sherry.
Sherry Birkin. Why not? Right. Oh, I don't have the lab key. Okay, that's probably why. It either could be Sherry Birkin, because believe it or not, Sherry showed up in 6. Sherry was actually a support for Leon in 6, I believe, where she was a military support. So, like, she basically went to go get military training to kind of make up for the sins of her family, so to speak.
Yeah.
So either do that, or I would do a weird combination, because I think, like, at the beginning, you could pair Sherry with Claire, and then later, when things, when shit proverbially hits the fan, because I have a feeling that's gonna happen, then I would pair her with Rose. And the reason I would do that is because I would actually like to be able to create this story where it's already kind of implied in the 8 DLC. Rose doesn't really like Chris all that much. And I would like to think that that's because, of how military-minded he is.
Mm-hmm.
So why not have her work with Claire, and she likes Claire more because she's not as military-minded. She looks at Rose as a human being.
Yeah, that's clever.
Where Chris... I'm not saying Chris does this, because there's no evidence saying that he does, but we have kind of assumed in the community that he's looking at her more as like a military asset. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. We've kind of wondered if Chris is kind of looking at her as more of a military asset.
Mm-hmm.
And I already know that some people are going to be crying like, well, what about Mia Winters? Because she's technically still around. I would not put Mia in this, because Mia is, as far as I'm concerned, her story is done. Given the events of 8. I think everything now is on Rosemary Winters, and so we should stick with that. And I think that's actually appropriate to do, because 7 and 8 focused so much on the Winters' family and the stuff that they had to deal with. Don't you love random sounds? Oh, there we go. Ah, I knew it! Okay, so we hadn't done this yet. Let me make sure I am prepped for this, because...
You'll get a surprise.
Now we're going to be going into the morgue type area. Ow! You little bitch. If you poisoned me... Okay, I'm fine. I don't hate you that much now.
You gotta love that they just surprise you.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you. It's rusted shut and won't budge. So this is the room that we couldn't get into. So we couldn't do anything here, and there's nothing... Okay. So yeah, we probably have to go where the roaches are coming from. Because we have to make this as complicated as possible, right, Alex?
Yeah.
Aha! Damn it! Flash grenade. This is another one of the ammo disc transmitting
why'd
areas.
you put it away?
Hey, shortcut.
No, I don't have to. No, I don't have to worry about it. Security yeah, I got it. Various antitoxins. Okay. I got it. We'll take care of this really fast. That's at least what I would say that we need to do. I mean, I can see a lot of people saying that, you know, we need to have a focus on Rebecca Chambers. She hasn't shown up in forever. I can see Andrea's point of view where Carlos has to show up. Although, I can't remember. Carlos might have gotten a focus in the books. But that was old school Carlos, so not new Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Andrea got what she wanted out of that. I have a feeling now you're going to go and buy every single Resident Evil book and go listen to them all. Don't quote me on that, please. I don't want to deal with your disappointment when I'm wrong, because I don't know this shit as well as, like, my brother from another mother does. So, please don't murder me for that, hun. But I just think it's better to focus on those guys.
Yeah.
Because there is a love for Jill. There's a huge love for Leon. And so making them kind of the badasses of the story would be awesome. But then again, you could also bring Claire into the mix and have her be the... God damn it. And her be the compassionate soul, so to speak. And, like, she gets to work with Sherry for a little bit, and let's just say, you know, for storytelling reasons, Alex, Sherry gets hurt. And so Sherry can't continue. But that's when Rose gets assigned to Claire. Because, you know, Umbrella hit the oh shit button and aren't wanting to lose their power or anything like that. And so that's when Claire has to work with Rose.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I like it.
Especially since, you know, when we learned in the 8 DLC is Rose is a lot more powerful probably than Evelyn was.
Mm-hmm.
So she might be, you know, basically the Gandalf the White of the situation, where, you know, she turns the tide, because she technically can do a lot more than what Evelyn was ever capable of doing. Do I think that means we're going to get like this RTS of her controlling various molded or whatever? No. But her powers might be able to tip the scale. And there are even characters you guys don't know about that people want to see some kind of resolution with. I mean, I'm sure people would love to see Steve Burnside again. You guys don't know who he is, but he's from Code Veronica. And yeah, that people would love to see a return of Barry Burton. There are even some characters that fans would like to see a return from the dead, so to speak. Don't spoil it, Alex.
Okay.
But you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Various precision instruments used in surgery. Operating table is covered in blood. This blood doesn't look like it came from surgery, though. Oh, you know what? No, I think we solved that puzzle.
Yeah, we did that puzzle.
Yeah. I can't remember if that was the one that we had to solve still, but... Okay, so we have both of these. And we can't open this because it's rusted shut. I don't think there's anything else to do in this area.
Maybe you can.
I used the ammo disc, right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, nothing really else that we can do in here. Thankfully, we used up the laboratory key, so we don't have to worry about another key. Is there a door here? No. This one just led to the ammo disc door. We'll go ahead and pull that switch, I guess. It's one less thing we have to do later, Alex. Oh. Did we go in here? I can't remember. Yes, use it. Why not? Yay! Oh no! Oh yeah, we were in here. Because this is where we got the... Oh shit!
Well, that was a surprise.
Uh-huh. Oh, and there's our other MO disc. Hey, cool, it's dead. Everybody got their heart still? I did not expect that.
I didn't even see that.
I don't think it was there before.
I'm sure.
There definitely wasn't a corpse on the floor.
Why couldn't?
So I guess the next question that I have here, Alex and Andrea, is if Resident Evil 9 is going to happen, should it be, because this is a big debate amongst the fans as well, should it be established in one area, or should it be more of a globe-trotting affair like 6 was?
I don't know. I could go either or.
That's my problem, is that I can see an argument being made for either of those cases. You could easily set it up in Europe, and it just so happens that the place that you're in is Umbrella HQ. And it's, you know, the final thing that we need to be able to end the oppression of Umbrella. Or you could do a globe-trotting affair and actually make it so that, like, Umbrella basically makes a mad dash for world domination. Why not, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, I wouldn't hate either idea. Andrea, where are you at with it?
I mean, it'd be kind of cool to do a global
My only concern with doing a globetrotting affair, though, is that the maps would obviously be a lot more maps.
True.
That might be a little complicated. But it's doable. I'm not saying that it's not doable. It's just a little bit more extra work, but maybe considering this is the 9th entry, it's kind of worth it at that point.
Well, because if it's gonna be the last one, you might as well.
You might as well pull out all the stops, right? Especially with 8 and everything we learned about Umbrella's history. Okay, so we've got that. We should have all 3 now. The question is, are we gonna like what's on the other side of that door?
Probably not.
That's usually how these games go. I mean, after all, it has to be Jill and her jiggling boobs in this game. Because, yes, she has jiggle physics in this game. And no, I don't care. I'm totally okay with it. Because, as Alex pointed out years ago, sometimes things jiggle.
Yeah.
Chris?
Jill.
Chris? Wesker's the...
I know. I can't open it. Just wait, I'll be back.
Okay.
I know you're confused, Alex, but you have to remember, Chris did not get his steroids level of muscles till later in the series.
Yeah.
And also when he partnered with other Capcom characters against Marvel. Just saying. That's when he became Scott Steiner levels of roided out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that. That didn't really change too much in terms of...
There's a box on the floor.
Yeah, it's a first aid spray. I just haven't picked it up yet. Okay, we went in there. But now that we've found where Jill is, and she has told us what we already knew, Wesker was the bad guy all along. I know, everybody's just so surprised by that. Yeah, there's something else in the power area that we haven't done yet. I could have sworn there was like a puzzle or something else that was... This area, technically, in the original game, had more to it than this. But maybe that's not the case anymore? Oh, you know what? It is. Son of a bitch. What's that, Alex? You want to see more bug guts on the floor? I'm happy to oblige. Lab self-destruct mechanism. It's huge. There's no power to the main elevator. Start it up? Why, yes. I'm not wasting bullets. They're wasting their time by throwing corpses at me. Okay, I think it's time, Alex, for final save. Because I think we're finally to that moment in this game where it's point of no return.
Ooh, exciting.
It's time for us to face the Tyrant.
The Tyrant. Time to go find this evil resident.
The resident that just so happens to be evil?
Yes.
The resident that formerly refers to itself as evil?
Yes. Mr. Evil.
Yes, yes. I'm sorry, sir. Is it supposed to be said evil? Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Just think of that Austin Powers. Mr. Evil. That's Dr. Evil.
That's Dr. Evil.
I didn't go to evil medical school to be called Mr. Evil.
Love that it's evil medical school.
Yeah.
So there's regular medical school and then there's evil medical school.
I guess
just in case
so.
people don't get the difference. Instead of just being like, I don't know, evil college. What, was I supposed to get the evil equivalent of an engineering degree? Are you kidding me? Okay. It's time, boys and girls. We have our magnum, we have our shotgun, we have some healing. It's time to finally go and confront Albert Wesker. See, that's the one you should have remembered from the RE1 movie. Albert Wesker.
Albert Wesker.
Chris!
Rebecca!
Rebecca!
I saw you in the inner garden. I finally caught up.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. No more following. Just stay with me, kid.
That's my plan, sir.
Rebecca Chambers.
Rebecca Chambers. Because remember, she had the femme fatale music.
I don't remember that.
It was either her or Jill that had. I think it was Rebecca. Or they added in the saxophone to it.
No, I still like the movie, like the beginning cutscene of the original. The faces, huh?
Because they're all worth it.
And Chris is like,
Hi there.
So you've come. Chris, you make me proud. But of course you are one of my men.
Thanks. Since when, Wesker?
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
Since when have they been slipping you a paycheck?
I think you're a bit confused. I've always been with Umbrella. And stars were umbrellas. No, rather, my little piggies. The Tyrant virus leaked, polluting this whole place, and unfortunately, I had to give up my lovely members of Stars.
You killed them with your own dirty hands! You son of a bitch!
Oh yes, dear. Just like this.
See, even with legitimate storytelling,
Don't move.
they can get hammy.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to die just yet. I have something that's of some interest to you.
Pretty sure she got shot in the shoulder, Chris. She's fine. Her tennis career's done, but... Yeah, if you guys were expecting the Tyrant to look any different, nope.
Of course not.
Nope, it's got a classic look, so can't really change it. Instead, you just make it look more awesome. Oh no.
The ultimate life form.
That's Shadow the Hedgehog? I'm sorry, that's the Bio Lizard.
Yeah, the bio
Wesker,
lizard.
you've become senile.
Chris, you'll never understand.
This is my baby boy.
Magnificent.
I don't understand either, Daddy! Are you my new daddy?
Come on, you test tube freak.
I keep pressing the wrong damn button. Oh, that's right. Ah! Combo!
Ah, bullet in the dick.
Because that's where I always aim. Sorry. I am a shitty aim at these things, guys. Sorry, not sorry. Let's put it that way. A machine used to compile experimental data. Okay, so... we already know, he's down, so we don't have to worry too much about this stuff. A panel used to release the emergency electronic lock. Release the lock! Yes. The electronic lock has been released. Okay, cool. So we can finally get the hell out of here. I can't remember. Can he say anything? What a pathetic way to die. He's holding something. Observation note. Let's see if I can pull off my inner Wesker. The discovery of the G virus was in fact 21 years after the administration of the primogenitor virus. The prototype parasite, which we had delivered from a laboratory in France, was administered to the sample specimen. The sample specimen took in the parasite without showing any signs of adverse reaction. The lack of any reaction was an unsolved mystery, but now everything is clear to me now. The prototype parasite was incubating in the sample specimen's body for 21 years. Then from that incubating state, the prototype suddenly mutated. Evolved may be a more appropriate word to describe it. This observation gave me more insight in my research. Through further modification and testing, I was able to derive a method to create the G that surpasses the performance of the T. This was the breakthrough that would change the future of the BOW's history. I can't wait to see the look on Alexia's annoying face when I finally announce my research. But unfortunately, I have to wait a few more years to completely verify my findings. William Birkin. So this is actually supposed to be more stuff that ties everything together.
Right. The G virus.
And keep in mind, there were more games out at this point, and so it actually tries to tie a lot of games together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys will find out all that stuff later on, but don't worry too much about it right now. Oh, my shoulder. My tennis career.
Rebecca!
Oh, I'm sorry. He shot her in the appendix.
Chris.
It's a good thing you were wearing your bulletproof vest. There's nothing left for us to do here. Let's get moving.
Okay.
You almost think he did it on purpose, don't you? Well, yeah, but he's kind of stupid like that. I mean, after all, he got gutted by his own kid. What does that tell you about his smarts there, Rebecca? You're right, Chris. Wesker was a dumbass. Wouldn't it be great to just have elevator music at this point? Like, we're getting ready to leave this place.
Chris?
What is it?
I found a file in the lab. Apparently, there's still a lot of tyrant virus here. We should blow this whole place up.
Right. The show must go on. I'll leave that up to you, Rebecca.
I'm on it.
You hurt
I'll
my
start the self-destruct
tennis,
system I found a little while ago.
It's
tennis
not like we're out of this yet.
Ow, my
I'll
appendix.
see you on the outside.
Outside.
Okay, so she's gonna take care of the self-destruct mechanism, unlike the original game where it just set off, kind of thing. And we are going to get ready to blow this place up sky high. Seems appropriate, right?
Yeah.
Well, first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to take this healing item. Because, obviously, we know that things are going to get a tad more complicated.
Yep.
So, here we go. Replace that. Let's see if we can actually get this done tonight.
Here's hoping.
That would be the Great White Hope, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so I believe she's not gonna need any help with that. So we'll just make our way to the end. Uh-huh.
System has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Oh no. Ah!
System has been activated. All personnel
Shut up! You murdered my brother! You have 1,000 more. That's a good point, but shut up!
You murdered my brother number 1.
I murdered your Oni-chan. What are we gonna do on the ground, Oni-chan? Okay.
Wait, where's Jill?
Oh yeah, that's right. We have to go free Jill, don't we?
Were you gonna go forget about her?
Look, I'm not. Do I look like Barry Burton to you? All right. Not everything in Chris Redfield's life revolves around Jill Valentine. All right.
Maybe I should.
I'm my own man, Andrea.
Maybe I should have never said anything, and then you come to the realization. Oh,
You got the bad ending. No, thank you for doing so. Just, I forgot.
That would have been funny. You'd be like, crap.
You got the bad ending. Fuck, that means we gotta do this again. You'll notice they've also changed some of the camera shots.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Andrea, you were gonna say something?
Yeah. You forgot about me, Chris. You said you'd be back.
Jill, you're a strong woman. You can take care of yourself. In this cell? Especially in that cell. There we go.
Jill, sorry I made you wait. Let's get out of here.
Thanks for the trophy.
all personnel must evacuate immediately.
We're totally gonna have a threesome later, right? Damn right.
Self-destruct system has been activated.
That's what you'd like to, what a lot of people would like to imagine happened. But the reality is that they all went back to work.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to make sure that these horrors didn't happen again.
Let's get going!
System has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating.
I love the fact that Jill is running off unarmed. That's some master detective work right there. She didn't go to Chris and say, like, do you have a handgun? Can I have something? I mean, I get it. She's the master of unlocking everybody, but I'm pretty sure Wesker took away her piece. You know, just in case he had to come and visit for, like, a blood sample or something.
Yeah.
Self-destruct system has been activated.
All right, here we go.
Deactivating and releasing all locks. Self-destruct system has been activated.
So we're going to the emergency helipad, everybody. Now, really quick.
All locks.
I see that there's some shotgun ammo here. We're going to take that. There's also a bunch of first aid spray here, which we don't have space for.
Running out of fuel. This is your last chance. If there's anyone alive, give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
Oh my gosh, we have to notify Brad!
All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Otherwise, he can't be dead
Oh,
in future
crap.
games. What?
How are you gonna pick that up?
System has been activated. All
Pick what up?
personnel must
There's a battery thing on the.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Oh, shit.
Maybe I'll just have to eat a
Just use a
herb.
herb or something, yeah.
Oh, I didn't want to have this happen, but okay.
all personnel
Well, you can go back and get a
Easy,
first
innit?
aid spray. After you
Actually, yeah, I could. So, let me use this really quick.
self-destruct system has been
That'll work.
all personnel.
Unless it shoves me right into a cutscene.
3 minutes to detonation.
The self-destruct system's activated.
Good work. Brad's up in the helicopter.
Thanks, Rebecca. We got that.
Yeah, we didn't know that, obviously.
I'll take care of them.
But,
Chris, you just get in contact with Brad somehow.
okay.
We are women. Hear us roar. And no, I don't get to go back for that first aid spray.
Oh darn. Well, you got all the
And here, Andrea got my hopes up. Not really.
You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, totally. Totally fine.
You just gotta hold out long enough to get the rocket
I'll,
launcher.
I'll be fine. Right. Hopefully.
Besides, you'll need a space to pick up that rocket launcher, I'm sure.
Okay, so will you take the signal rockets? Yes. Actually, I will. Why? Because I can't remember where you actually have to set them up.
Just put it anywhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, this'll work. This is the equivalent of the signal flare.
It's the 4th of July.
Might as well be.
Chris!
You okay?
Yeah.
But my tennis career's done.
I'm back, bitches!
Have you guys seen that Naruto show, guys? It's great. Are you my mommy? Actually, we do. I think we do need to make sure that Rebecca survives.
Oh, yeah. Hey, over here! Who's shooting him in?
Chris!
I have no choice.
Whatever it is!
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. Completely ignore me. I am not interfering with your day whatsoever. Shit. Thank you. Well, it's a good thing I had one of those. All right, it's time to end this thing, don't you think, guys?
Yeah.
Great.
Smile, you son of a bitch.
Game over.
Now he's toast.
Fuck.
You demand.
That was a
Chris.
lot of blood and guts.
The nightmare ends.
So, fun fact, Andrea, if you played this on harder difficulties, the tyrant would actually bitch slap away the rocket. And you actually have to shoot him from behind. They added that mechanic.
Interesting.
I was hoping to have that here, but nah, didn't happen. There's so much explosions. How can you guys sleep at a time like this? I keep having nightmares. Yeah, it's got to make you wonder, like, over the course of how many years, how many, like, no-dos have all of the cast members taken? Because they just never wanted to sleep ever again.
Yeah. Resident.
So there you go. That is Resident Evil, the remake of the remaster of the reimagining of the spiritual successor of the... I'm going to stop this joke now. It's I'm running out of stuff to do. Alex, your thoughts on Resident Evil 1 Remade?
I mean, I've seen the game before. I've seen a Let's Play,
Yes,
so... But this was a good definitely a good remake, though.
Oh, it absolutely was. And the fact that it was GameCube exclusive for the longest time was just another example that I got to point out to whiny, bitchy edgelords that the GameCube actually did have some good shit on it.
Yeah.
Now, the question that I have for you ultimately is, yes, this was made to be able to make things more canon and everything like that. Do you think it should replace the original, or should the original just exist in its own way?
I think the original could still exist in its own way.
Yes, because it was fucking hilarious.
Yes.
And so at that point, for all the people who are like, no, we have to never think about that ever again. Fuck you. I like the original. It was great.
A lot of people do. That's why we have those great interviews with the original live action cast.
Or even better, I just barely saw this YouTube video. They had the original cast play the remake. I love that too. Andrea, your thoughts on Resident Evil 1 Remake?
It looks really good, you know, for a GameCube.
Do you like the fact that it tried to keep itself more towards the horror instead of all of the humor, or much like with me and Alex, you still like the original for what it was?
Chris, you did a fine job.
Why, thank you, Wesker.
Like taking candy from.
I think it at least had a good mix of a little bit of horror, but it still had some of its quirkiness.
So you wouldn't you like having them both, roughly.
Yeah.
So you get to have the humor of the original because of its bad dub and everything like that, but you also get to have the serious take, which is more supposed to be like the canon of the series.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I still love this game, and I still love that they did it. And they were able to add so much more depth to the mansion, as well as being able to do what they were originally going to do, which was when they remade 1 and eventually made 0, they needed more breadcrumbs that led to the 5th entry of the game series, because 4 was pretty much covered. Even though there are breadcrumbs in 1 that lead to 4, it was more to kind of set things up for 5 and have 5 make sense.
Right.
So I like the fact that they went back into the Spencer Mansion in order to be able to find all of those details that we missed. Kind of thing. So I still love these games. I even love the hard mode where, you know, the tyrant basically can bitch slap away the rockets and you have to figure out an inventive way to try and kill him, which is just basically shoot him from behind. I love that. And I love the dialogue there, because here's the thing, as we just barely saw, even when you're trying to take this thing seriously, you can still ham it up.
Yeah.
And it's still worth it. So overall, very happy with it. But, oh yeah, and we also have a new costume, which is basically just new costumes that weren't in the original game. So they're adding more lore onto each of the characters. In case you guys couldn't tell from the credit sequence, the extra costume that you can get for Jill is her Resident Evil Walmart hooker outfit. Because they wanted to actually fix it and make it make better sense.
Yeah.
Because it didn't make sense for her to look like a Walmart hooker. So I especially appreciate that. But unfortunately, that is it for this playthrough. And I think we do have another game lined up for this. We're not going to dive right back into Resident Evil. We're going to try and get into something else as well. And I'm not remembering off the top of my head what that was. But we will eventually get back into Resident Evil because there's plenty of games that you guys haven't seen, as well as games, remakes that maybe we could try and do what I would like to call rocket launcher runs, because I think those would be fucking satisfying for 2 and 3 remastered.
Mm-hmm.
Or 2 and 3 remake. Because I think, Alice, you were saying you wanted to play 2 and 3 remake.
Yeah.
And I think my only caveat to you was that we have to get like the Gatling gun or the rocket launcher and just nuke the fuck out of those games.
All right.
Because that's what I liked.
I know.
From the original games, is like you go and get the rocket launcher run, and then you destroy everything in there. And then this also gave the option of a once again, which is just like basically what the other games did with Magnum runs and stuff like that. So there's plenty to be able to tackle in there. But we will see you guys for the next playthrough. I'm not remembering what it was off the top of my head, but I'll double check it to make sure, because I know it wasn't a Resident Evil game. I think the next thing after that was going to be a Resident Evil game, whether it be a remake or Code Veronica. I would personally prefer Code Veronica because we need to get that game done before the remake comes out and spoils everything for Andrea. Yeah. So, that being said, Alex, any final words on Resident Evil Remake?
No.
All right, Andrea, any final words? No, you don't get to play it.
Yes,
I will never let you play. I'm sorry. What's this, Alex? You want me to delete the game? I mean, I can do that right now. I don't think that would be a good idea. See you later, everybody.